How to Change Your Life. Written and published by Naqib Larry. Introduction. Life changes, every day, every moment. The only question is, are you ready or not? Most of us live the same kind of life. Wake up, go to work, meet people, smile. But deep down, we feel exhausted. Our eyes carry dreams, but our steps have long stopped moving. There comes a time in everyone's life when we ask ourselves, is this what I really wanted? This book is an answer to those questions. You can change everything: your mindset, your decisions, your relationships, your career, your life. But the path of change is not easy. It's meant for those who are truly tired, who are ready for something new, who stay awake at 2 a.m. not because they can't sleep, but because their dreams are still alive. This book is not magic. This is a journey. Your journey. I will hold your hand, but you will have to walk. I will show you the way, but you must recognize it yourself. If you are ready, with all your heart, with complete honesty, then let's begin this journey of changing your life. Chapter 1. The moment everything changes. There comes a moment in life when everything seems to come to a halt. You're going through the motions of your daily routine, following your usual steps, but sometimes there are moments when something shifts inside. You start asking yourself, am I really doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Is this the life I'm meant to live? This question isn't just for you. It's one everyone must ask themselves at some point in life. It's that moment when you stop and look at your old life and think, is this the path I want to keep walking? Is this really the life I want to be living? This moment might be brief, but it carries the power to break old thinking, old habits, and old fears, leading you to new paths. Every day we get so busy with our tasks that we hardly take time to reflect on our lives. We keep achieving our goals, but never stop to ask if we're actually living the life we want. Are we truly chasing our dreams, or are we just letting them slip away as fleeting thoughts? This is the moment when you truly begin to understand the essence of your life. It's the point when your awareness shifts. The moment is often accompanied by fear and doubt. We begin to ask ourselves, can I really change? Should I step into this new journey? But those who recognize this moment and choose to let go of the old, stepping onto a new path, are the ones who truly change their lives. This chapter is about recognizing that moment. It's that point when you realize that it's time for a change. It's the moment when you feel a new strength awakening within you. This is the first step toward transforming your life. Chapter 2. Why you're stuck. We've all been there at some point in our lives. Stuck. You're doing everything you're supposed to do, checking off the boxes, meeting deadlines, but still, something feels wrong. It's like you're walking on a treadmill. You're moving, but you're not going anywhere. You feel like there's a wall in front of you, but no matter how hard you push, you can't seem to break through it. The truth is, we often get stuck because we aren't honest with ourselves about where we are and where we want to be. We get caught up in the routines of life, in the expectations of others, and in the comfort of what we already know. Change feels risky, and we convince ourselves that we're fine just where we are. We tell ourselves, this is enough. I can deal with this. I don't need to make any changes. But deep inside, we know we're lying to ourselves. Being stuck isn't always about external circumstances. It's more about what's happening inside of us. We hold on to old habits, beliefs, and fears because they're familiar. These are the mental walls we build to protect ourselves from the unknown. We tell ourselves that it's easier to stay in our comfort zone, even if that zone is unhealthy or unfulfilling. It feels safer to keep doing what we've always done than to risk failure by trying something new. We often fear that if we try to change, we'll fail. Or worse, that we'll end up worse off than we were before. This fear holds us in place, freezing us in the moment. But the irony is, staying stuck is often more painful than the fear of failure. The longer we stay where we are, the more we feel disconnected from the person we could be. We feel like we're wasting time, letting days slip away, living a life that isn't truly ours. It's important to realize that feeling stuck doesn't mean you're weak or incapable. It means you've reached a point where your growth has plateaued. It's a sign that you're ready for something more. And that's not something to be ashamed of. It's something to embrace. Being stuck is an opportunity. It's your mind and soul telling you that you're ready to break free from the limitations you've set for yourself. To get unstuck, you first have to confront the reality of your situation. You need to acknowledge where you are, how you got there, and why you've been holding yourself back. This requires radical honesty. You have to take a hard look at your fears and beliefs and ask yourself if they're truly serving you. Are they helping you move forward? Or are they keeping you chained to the past? Once you've faced the truth, it's time to take action. Break down the walls that are holding you in place, one small step at a time. You don't need to make huge changes all at once. In fact, small changes are often more powerful because they're sustainable. Start by doing something that challenges your old patterns. Whether it's trying a new hobby, taking on a project you've been avoiding, or simply changing the way you think about your day. These small acts of courage will start to shift your mindset and your life. Remember, being stuck isn't permanent unless you let it be. You have the power to change. But first, you need to be honest with yourself about why you're stuck, and then take the steps to free yourself. Chapter 3. How to break free. If you want to change your life, the first thing you need to understand is what is holding you back. In life, everyone gets attached to something that keeps them trapped, whether it's fear, past experiences, or the limits they've placed on their own thinking. We often bind ourselves with invisible walls we've created in our minds, and then we continue to live like robots following a set routine. But the truth is, if you want to embark on a new journey, you have to break free from your old boundaries. You need to recognize the fears that are keeping you stuck. You have to ask yourself, is this fear truly a part of my life? If not, then it's time to understand that fear and push it aside. The first step to breaking free is identifying your old thought patterns and habits. Often, we view ourselves as the sum of our past. We believe that the mistakes or failures we've had define who we are. We think that because we failed at something once, we will always fail. Because we didn't reach a goal before, we never will. This kind of thinking holds us back, but that's not true. You can't allow any part of your past to limit your future. You need to tell yourself, I will not let my past mistakes define my future. Saying this marks the beginning of a new mindset, and it sets you free from the constraints of your old way of thinking. The second step is understanding your fear. Every person experiences fear in their life. Fear is a natural part of being human. We all feel fear at different points in our lives, but the key is to not let fear control you. Fear is just an emotion, and just like we feel happiness, we feel fear too. If you face your fear head-on, slowly you can push it out of your life. You may not be able to completely eliminate fear, but you can stop letting it control your decisions. When you choose to move forward despite fear, That's when real growth happens. Fear only has the power that you give it, so learn to confront it and take steps to work through it. Over time, you'll find that it no longer holds the same weight in your life. Finally, when you've acknowledged your old thoughts and fears, it's time to create an action plan. You need to find a new direction for your life, a new path that aligns with your goals and dreams. Ask yourself, where do I want to go? And then take the first step in that direction. Small victories will bring you closer to your larger goals, and each step will lead you further away from your old, limiting life. Breaking free is not a one-time event. It's a process that takes time, patience, and courage. But the moment you take that first step and begin moving towards the life you truly desire, you will realize that you have the power to create change. It's up to you to choose to be free and take control of your own destiny. Chapter 4. Overcoming Self-Doubt. Self-doubt is a powerful force. It sneaks into our minds when we least expect it, making us question our abilities, our decisions, and sometimes even our worth. It's the voice in your head that says, "You're not good enough. You'll never make it. What if you fail?" This voice is relentless, and it can hold us back from pursuing our dreams, from taking risks, and from living the life we truly want. But the truth is, self-doubt isn't real. It's a product of our own minds, a fear-based emotion that feeds off our insecurities. The problem is that we often give it more power than it deserves. We listen to those negative thoughts and allow them to control us. And when we let self-doubt dictate our actions, we limit ourselves and prevent progress. We hold ourselves back from reaching our full potential. The first step in overcoming self-doubt is recognizing it for what it is: a mental barrier that only exists in your mind. It's not based on reality. It's not based on your abilities or your worth. It's simply a fear of the unknown, a fear of failure, a fear of making mistakes. We all experience these fears, but they don't define us. We are not our fears. Once you understand that self-doubt is just an emotion, you can start to take control of it. One way to do this is by challenging the negative thoughts that arise in your mind. When you catch yourself thinking, "I'm not good enough," ask yourself, what evidence do I have to support this belief? More often than not, you'll realize that there is no solid evidence to back up these thoughts. You're simply projecting your fears onto yourself. Another way to overcome self-doubt is to focus on your strengths, not your weaknesses. We tend to be our own harshest critics, focusing on everything we don't do well instead of celebrating what we do well. Make a list of your strengths, talents, and past successes. Remind yourself of all the times you've overcome challenges and achieved goals. Reflecting on your accomplishments will help you realize that you are capable and strong. It's also important to stop comparing yourself to others. In today's world, with social media constantly showcasing everyone's successes, it's easy to fall into the trap of comparison. But remember, everyone is on their own unique journey. What works for someone else may not work for you, and vice versa. Focus on your own path and trust that you are exactly where you need to be. Another powerful tool for overcoming self-doubt is taking action. Self-doubt often paralyzes us, making it hard to move forward. But the key to overcoming it is to take small, consistent steps toward your goals. Action breeds confidence. The more you do, the more you realize that you are capable. Even if you make mistakes along the way, you'll learn and grow from them. Mistakes are simply stepping stones on the path to success. Finally, be kind to yourself. Self-doubt thrives when we are harsh and critical of ourselves. Practice self-compassion and give yourself permission to make mistakes, to learn, and to grow. You are worthy of success, happiness, and love, just as you are. Believe in yourself, and remember that overcoming self-doubt is a journey. It takes time, but with patience and persistence, you will break free from the grip of self-doubt and unlock your true potential. Chapter 5. Building confidence. Confidence is not something you are born with. It's something you build step by step, choice by choice, experience by experience. It's the quiet belief that you are capable, worthy, and strong enough to face what life throws your way. Confidence doesn't mean you never feel fear. It means you choose to act despite the fear. It's not arrogance or pride. It's self-respect and trust in your own journey. Many people wait for confidence to appear magically. They think, once I feel confident, then I'll speak up. Then I'll try that new job. Then I'll follow my dream. But the truth is the opposite. Action comes first. Confidence follows. Every time you take a small step outside your comfort zone, you grow a little. Each time you succeed, even in a tiny way, your confidence takes root. And even when you fail, if you learn something, your confidence still grows. To build confidence, start by keeping the promises you make to yourself. If you tell yourself you'll wake up early, do it. If you decide to go for a walk, do it. When you follow through with your own words, you send a powerful message to your brain. I can trust myself. This simple habit strengthens your inner foundation more than any outside praise ever could. Next, change how you talk to yourself. Many people are trapped in a cycle of negative self-talk. They say things like, I always mess things up, or I'm not good at anything. But would you speak like that to a friend? Of course not. So don't do it to yourself. Speak kindly. Replace I can't with I'll try. Replace I failed with I learned something. Your words shape your reality. Confidence also grows when you accept your imperfections. You don't have to be perfect to be confident. In fact, confidence shines brightest in people who own their flaws and keep going anyway. No one has it all figured out. The people you admire also doubt themselves at times, but they keep moving forward. That's the difference. Surrounding yourself with positive influences is another powerful step. Be around people who encourage you, who see your potential, who remind you of your strengths when you forget them. Sometimes, a single kind word can reignite belief in yourself. But also remember, you must be your own biggest supporter. Learn to cheer yourself on, even when no one else does. And most importantly, practice. Confidence is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Speak up in meetings, ask the question, raise your hand, show up to the interview, perform even when your heart is racing. Each time, you are proving to yourself that you are capable. Building confidence is a journey, not a destination. It won't happen overnight, but every small action adds up. And one day, you'll look back and realize how far you've come. Not because someone told you, but because you know it deep inside. That knowing, that quiet, strong belief in yourself, is true confidence. Chapter 6. Developing good habits. Your life changes when your habits change. Everyone has the same 24 hours in a day, but the way we use those hours makes all the difference. Good habits are like the foundation of a strong building. They support your success, happiness, and peace of mind. If you want real change in your life, the first step is to examine your daily habits. Every day is made up of small choices. How you wake up, what you eat, how you think, how you spend your time. These small routines shape your personality and your future. Many people want big success, but their lifestyle doesn't match their dreams. What you do repeatedly becomes who you are. To build good habits, start by getting clear on your goals. What kind of life do you want to live? What habits will help you get there? For example, if you want to live a healthy life, you'll need to make habits like eating nutritious food, exercising regularly, and getting enough sleep. These things won't happen overnight, but with consistency, they become natural. One of the best ways to build a new habit is to start small and do it every day. For instance, you could meditate for just 5 minutes in the morning, or write down one thing you're grateful for each night. These tiny actions can bring big changes in your mindset and lifestyle over time. To build a strong habit, it helps to understand the habit loop: trigger, routine, and reward. A trigger is what starts the habit. For example, your morning alarm. The routine is the action you take, like doing a short workout. The reward is what you feel afterward, like feeling refreshed and proud. When this loop repeats consistently, the habit becomes automatic. Getting rid of bad habits is just as important. Any habit that hurts your health, peace of mind, or productivity should be slowly replaced. Focus on one habit at a time. Once you master it, move to the next one. And be kind to yourself during this process. If you slip up one day, don't treat it as a failure. Most people quit because they miss a day or two and think it's all over. That's not true. Just get back on track the next day. Remember, habits shape your path in life. If the path is strong and clear, reaching your destination becomes easier. Good habits transform you into the best version of yourself. Every small effort, every daily discipline, brings you closer to the person you want to become. Start today, not with a massive change, but with one small habit that aligns with the future you want. Over time, those small steps turn into big results. Your habits are your daily vote for the kind of life you desire. So choose them wisely and build a life you're proud of. Chapter 7: Setting Your Goals. Success in life only comes to those who know what they truly want. Setting clear goals is the very first and most important step toward creating a better life. Many people work hard, but without direction, their energy gets scattered. When you begin a journey without a destination, you end up wandering. But if you know exactly where you're going, even if the road is tough, you're far more likely to get there. Goals give you a reason to wake up each morning. They push you through hard times, and they inspire you to grow every single day. Understanding your goals and making them clear is like choosing a path with a strong purpose. First, you have to be honest with yourself and ask, what do I really want? Do you want success in a particular career? Do you want to improve your personal life, your health, or your mindset? Everyone's goals are different, and that's why it's important not to base your goals on what others are doing. Listen to your heart. Think about your passions, your interests, and what truly matters to you. Once you start to define your goals, try to use the SMART method: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. This means your goals should be clear and detailed. You should be able to measure your progress. They must be realistic. They should be connected to your life's bigger picture, and they should have a deadline. For example, saying, "I want to be successful," is vague. But saying, "I will complete a digital marketing course in 6 months and start freelancing," is a SMART goal. After setting your goals, the most important thing is to take action. Many people write down goals and then forget about them. But remember, without action, A goal is just a dream. You have to show up every day, even if it's just with a small step. Create a daily or weekly plan and stick to it. Track your progress regularly, and if you fall off track, don't give up. Adjust and keep going. There will be days when your motivation is low. That's normal. What matters is that you keep going with discipline and consistency. Your commitment to your goal must be stronger than your mood on any given day. And yes, there will be moments of doubt and exhaustion. That's when your goal will give you strength, because it reminds you why you started in the first place. Keep visualizing your success. Keep reminding yourself of the life you want to create. Every day, do something, no matter how small, that brings you closer to your goal. Every big achievement starts with one small decision. And once you choose your direction, everything else becomes about moving forward. So define your goal clearly, build your plan with intent, and never stop moving toward the life you truly want. Because once you know your destination, the path may be long, but it's no longer unclear. Chapter 8. Believing in yourself. The foundation of all success in life is believing in yourself. Without self-belief, no one can truly achieve their goals. People who succeed in life don't always have the most talent, but they are the ones who believed in their abilities, even when others doubted them. It is this belief that pushes you to continue even when the odds are against you. Without belief in yourself, you will never step out of your comfort zone or take the risks needed for success. Every person has something unique to offer, but often people lose sight of their potential when they start comparing themselves to others. You are enough as you are. You have everything you need to achieve your dreams, and you must realize that the only limit is the one you place on yourself. The key to success is believing that you are capable of achieving what you set out to do, no matter how impossible it may seem at first. Self-belief is not just about thinking highly of yourself, but about developing a mindset that keeps you moving forward even in the face of failure and adversity. Everyone makes mistakes. It's how you handle those mistakes that defines your path. A person who believes in themselves uses every failure as a lesson, as an opportunity for growth. This is how they develop resilience and perseverance. It's important to accept that setbacks are a natural part of the journey, but what truly matters is how you respond to them. If you let failure define you, you will never move forward. But if you view failure as a stepping stone, you will eventually reach your destination. Believing in yourself also means accepting who you are, flaws and all. Self-belief requires self-acceptance. It means trusting your instincts and trusting your decisions, even when things don't go according to plan. Many people give up on their dreams simply because someone else told them that it couldn't be done. But if you don't believe in yourself, then no one else will. The world only recognizes those who first recognize their own potential. And it's in the face of adversity that your belief in yourself becomes your greatest strength. When you are chasing a dream, you have to believe in your ability to achieve it. No matter how long it takes, no matter how hard the road gets, and no matter how many people tell you that it's impossible, if you don't believe that you can do it, you won't. It's the belief in your own potential that will keep you going even when things look bleak. There will be moments of doubt, moments of fear, and moments when you feel like giving up. But the key is to continue. The journey to success is rarely linear, and it's filled with obstacles, but the strength of your belief will get you through those moments. Positive thinking and self-encouragement are critical tools in this journey. Tell yourself every day that you are capable, that you are worthy, and that you have what it takes to succeed. Avoid negative self-talk and surround yourself with positivity. Believing in yourself is not something that happens overnight. It is a practice. It's a habit that you must nurture and grow each day. As you start to believe in yourself more, your confidence will rise, and your potential will begin to unfold. Remember that self-belief is the most powerful tool you can use to achieve your dreams. It may take time and effort, but if you truly believe in yourself, there is nothing that can stop you from succeeding. Chapter 9. Making difficulties. Your friend. Everyone in life faces challenges, but the ones who make these difficulties their friend are the ones who are truly successful. Challenges and obstacles are part of life, and instead of running away from them, learning to fight them brings out your true strength. When you face difficulties, you discover your inner strength. After every challenge, you find yourself stronger, better, and more mature. This is when you need to change your perspective. Often, we believe that difficulties are roadblocks to our success, but in reality, they open up new doors of opportunity. If you make difficulties your friend, every challenge brings new ways and ideas that make your life better. If you run away from difficulties, you can never achieve your dreams or goals. Life's true essence is found when you go through struggles and reach your destination. It is a test of your patience and willpower. Everyone faces struggles in life, but those who deal with them wisely are the ones who move forward. Making difficulties your friend means you see them as part of your growth. You learn from challenges, make them your strength, and with them, you reach your goals. If you think that difficulties are an obstacle to your path, you can never achieve your dreams. You need to understand that every difficulty can be made your friend. You must recognize your inner strength and resilience. If you maintain a positive mindset and face difficulties with courage, you will see how these very obstacles turn into new paths and opportunities for you. The journey of life is never easy, but when you make difficulties your strength, the journey becomes far more rewarding. The true success lies in gathering more courage and determination after every difficulty. Until you face challenges, you will never understand your true potential. By facing difficulties, you learn to recognize your limits and push beyond them. Therefore, embrace every challenge as a friend and try to learn from it. The difficulties that aim to pull you down, if recognized correctly, can be the very reason they lift you up. At every turn in life, you will face struggles, but when you make them your friend, the journey of life becomes much more beautiful and fulfilling. Chapter 10. The importance of patience in the journey. The journey of life is often difficult and long, and one of the most important things you need in this journey is patience. Every person who reaches their destination has maintained patience throughout their journey. The journey is not just about reaching the destination. It is about every moment, every step you take toward your goal, and that is the true essence of the journey. Every step requires your courage and patience to move forward. Without patience, a person becomes tired quickly, sees every challenge as a failure, and eventually gives up on their dreams. However, a person who moves toward their destination with patience will never give up. Patience doesn't simply mean waiting. It means controlling yourself, understanding your emotions, and handling every difficult moment with composure and perseverance. When you are on a journey, there will be times when you feel like nothing is moving, and you are far from your destination. But this is when you need patience the most. If you break your spirit at that time, you will be far away from your destination forever. Patience allows you to understand that every difficult time is just a phase, and it will pass. Another aspect of patience during the journey is accepting your mistakes until you achieve what you set out to do. Every mistake teaches you something, and if you continue to criticize and complain about your mistakes, you will never reach your goals. Patience teaches you that mistakes are part of the journey, and you must move forward with them. When you have patience during your journey, you will better understand your path. You will handle every problem with ease, and you will move towards your goal with grace. Patience helps you develop resilience, control your emotions, and gain strength and confidence. It encourages you to move forward despite the challenges, and you will see how, at every stage of your journey, you become better and stronger. Patience is the most important element in the journey of life. As long as you move forward with patience, you will never be far from your destination. It is patience that leads you to your goals and allows you to transform every difficulty into your strength. Chapter 11. Setting Goals in Life. In life, having a clear and strong goal is crucial if you want to reach your desired destination. A goal gives you direction, focus, and purpose. Without a clear goal, your journey can feel aimless and uncertain. Setting goals is not just about reaching a particular destination, but it's about every step you take toward it. When you set clear goals, it enables you to make intentional choices, directing your actions and efforts in the right direction. The concept of goals varies for each individual. For some, career aspirations are at the forefront, while others may prioritize personal development, relationships, or financial success. Regardless of what your goal is, defining it clearly is of utmost importance. A vague goal can lead to confusion and wasted effort. But when you set a clear, specific goal, your energy is concentrated on that particular aim, which helps you stay on track and progress efficiently. Goal setting is more than simply writing down what you want to achieve. It is about creating a vision and laying out an actionable plan to make that vision a reality. When you write your goals down, you are making a commitment to yourself. This act of writing serves as a constant reminder and helps you stay accountable. It gives you a visual representation of where you want to go and what steps you need to take to get there. Every day, this reminder keeps you focused, motivated, and moving in the right direction. While it is important to set goals, it is equally important to ensure that these goals are realistic and achievable. Often, people set very high or unrealistic goals and then become disheartened when they don't reach them. This can lead to discouragement and eventually giving up. It's essential to ensure that your goals are attainable, given your current situation and resources. Realistic goals are motivating because they are challenging but not impossible to achieve. Breaking down large goals into smaller, manageable steps is also a key to success. Life is a long journey, and expecting everything to happen all at once can be overwhelming. By breaking down a large goal into smaller milestones, you create a clear roadmap. Each milestone you achieve brings you closer to your ultimate goal. This approach not only makes the journey less daunting, but also helps you track your progress. When you see how much you've accomplished, it gives you the confidence to continue. Tracking your progress is crucial to achieving your goals. Without monitoring how far you've come, it becomes difficult to see your growth and areas where you need improvement. Tracking progress allows you to adjust your methods if necessary and stay on course. Regular reviews of your goals and progress can also provide clarity and help you refocus if you're drifting off course. Setting goals is more than just a technique for success. It's a way to give your life meaning and direction. Goals turn your dreams into actionable plans and give you the motivation to work towards them every day. By setting clear, achievable goals, you are essentially creating a blueprint for a life that is fulfilling, meaningful, and focused. Every step you take towards your goal brings you closer to realizing your potential. Chapter 12. Recognizing success in life. We often measure success through the lens of society, wealth, fame, status, or achievement. But if you pause and look deeper, you will discover that true success is far more personal. It is not about how loudly the world claps for you, but how quietly you applaud yourself in moments no one else sees. You must begin by asking yourself a very important question. What does success truly mean to me? Because until you define it for yourself, you will always be chasing someone else's version of it, and that chase never ends. Success is not always a promotion, a paycheck, or public recognition. Sometimes success is deciding not to give up. Sometimes it's taking care of your mental health, being present for your loved ones, or having the courage to say no when everything inside you wants to say yes. These are victories too, but they go unrecognized when we are too focused on the external. In truth, success starts small. It starts with discipline in silence, effort without validation, and progress without praise. If you cannot see the power in these moments, you will always feel like you are behind, even when you are moving forward. One of the biggest obstacles to recognizing success is comparison. We scroll, we watch, we absorb the highlights of other people's lives, and then judge our own story based on their chapters. But no two journeys are ever the same. You are not late. You are not lost. You are simply on a different path, and that path deserves respect. You must also understand that success is not a destination. It is a journey. And on this journey, even the setbacks carry lessons. Even the failures shape you. The fact that you are still standing, still trying, still growing, that in itself is proof of success. Take a moment to look back. Think of who you were a year ago, 5 years ago. Think of what you've survived, what you've learned, and how much stronger you are today. Growth is not always visible in the mirror, but it is always present in the soul. Celebrate your small wins. Honor your daily progress. Recognize the quiet victories, the days you showed up, the nights you held on, and the mornings you chose to begin again. You don't need the world to call you successful. You need only to look in the mirror and know that you didn't quit. You kept going. And that, perhaps more than anything, is the mark of a life truly changing. Chapter 13. Recognizing success in life. Success means different things to different people. For some, success is about reaching the pinnacle of their careers, while for others, it may involve personal growth or inner peace. However, true success is achieved when you recognize your own happiness and reach your destination, no matter how difficult the journey may be. Life is rarely perfect, but reaching your goal, no matter how challenging, is itself a significant success. When we talk about success, it's essential to first understand that success isn't just about the things you show to the world. Everyone has their own perception of success based on their personal life. True success means living life on your own terms. You choose the path that best fulfills you while working towards your goals. Success comes when you define your own journey and make meaningful decisions that lead you to your desired destination. One way to recognize success in life is to see every day as a step towards achieving your goals. When you value the efforts you put into your daily life, you are already on the path to success. Every small success you achieve brings you closer to your ultimate goal. Success isn't just about large achievements, but also about appreciating each little step you take in your journey. Every effort, every challenge faced, and every lesson learned is part of your growth. Another essential aspect of recognizing success is how you handle failure. Everyone faces failure at some point in life. However, it is those who learn from their failures who truly embrace success. The challenges you face teach you resilience and strength, pushing you to move forward. When you learn from your mistakes, you step closer to your true success. Success isn't about never failing. It's about growing from those failures and continuing to move forward. Real success isn't about measuring your achievements against others. It's about helping others grow along with you. Those who share their success and inspire others to improve their lives are the ones who truly understand the meaning of success. If, in your pursuit of your dreams, you can also better the lives of others around you, that is the true essence of success. Success in life also means finding balance. Everyone seeks happiness and peace, but success is not about chasing one thing at the cost of all else. Success is about finding a way to manage both your personal and professional lives. True success comes when you create harmony within yourself and find a way to fulfill your aspirations while maintaining a sense of peace and joy. Therefore, the true recognition of success lies in the journey itself. When you make your steps purposeful and meaningful, you understand the essence of success. While everyone's definition of success may differ, real success is when you understand who you are and live your life on your own terms. Chapter 14. Overcoming Doubts and Embracing Confidence. In life, doubt often creeps in like a shadow, silently creeping up when we least expect it. It's a natural part of the human experience, a companion that many of us try to shake off, but find ourselves carrying it for longer than we wish. Doubt can be a thief of our dreams, robbing us of the courage to act, to move forward, to take risks. Yet, in truth, doubt is not something we need to fear. It is something we need to understand and overcome. The first step in overcoming doubt is to acknowledge it. Denying its existence only strengthens its hold on us. Instead, face your doubts head-on. Recognize that they are merely a reflection of your inner fears, fears of failure, fears of rejection, and fears of the unknown. By accepting that doubt exists, you are already taking the first step toward freeing yourself from its grip. It is important to realize that everyone, no matter how successful or confident they appear, has experienced doubt at some point. Doubt does not discriminate. It does not care how far you've come or how much you've achieved. It will challenge you at every turn, especially when you are about to take the leap into something new. But this is where true confidence is born, not in the absence of doubt, but in the ability to move forward despite it. When doubt enters your mind, ask yourself, what is the worst that could happen? More often than not, you'll realize that the consequences of failure are not as dire as your mind imagines. In fact, failure is often a stepping stone to success. It is through our failures that we learn, adapt, and grow. Therefore, instead of letting doubt paralyze you, use it as a fuel for action. Shift your mindset from one of fear to one of possibility. Embrace the unknown and see every challenge as an opportunity to become stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Building confidence is a gradual process. It starts with small, consistent actions that push you out of your comfort zone. The more you face your doubts, the less power they have over you. Confidence doesn't come from having all the answers. It comes from trusting yourself to handle whatever comes your way. It's about taking the first step, even when you don't have a clear map of where you're going. It's about trusting your instincts, learning from your experiences, and knowing that you have the strength to rise again, no matter how many times you fall. One of the most powerful tools in overcoming doubt is surrounding yourself with the right people. Those who believe in you, encourage you, and support you when you doubt yourself are invaluable. Seek out those individuals who lift you up and help you see your potential. The right support system acts as a mirror, reflecting your strengths and reminding you of the greatness that lies within you. Lastly, remember that confidence is not about being perfect. It's about being authentic, being true to yourself, and trusting your journey. Doubt will always be there, but it does not have to control you. Confidence is the ability to keep moving forward, regardless of the doubts that arise. It's about realizing that even if you don't have all the answers, you have the courage to ask the right questions and the strength to keep going. So next time doubt enters your mind, remember this: it is not your enemy, but a signal that you are on the brink of something new, something powerful. Embrace it, face it, and keep moving forward. Confidence is built through action, and every step you take is a victory over the doubts that once held you back. Chapter 15. The Courage to Begin Again. There comes a time in life when a person feels the need to stop, take a deep breath, and gather the courage to walk a new path. This moment is both joyful and testing. Joyful because a new opportunity stands before you, and testing because it demands that you confront your inner fears, the chains of the past, and the expectations of society. The first thing you need for a new beginning is a decision, a firm, strong, and clear decision that I will change, not someone else, me. Many people want to change, but they don't decide. They think about it every day, dream every night, but when morning comes, they return to the same old life. But the one who makes the decision one day, truly makes it, has the power to change their circumstances, their mindset, and their entire world. A new beginning doesn't happen on the outside first. It starts as a quiet revolution inside. It begins when you start listening to your own voice, when you do what your heart tells you, not what others expect. People will say it's too hard, that you can't do it, that your situation is impossible. But remember, the greatest victory comes when you silence all those voices and believe in your own. Every new beginning asks for a sacrifice. Something must be let go in order to gain something greater. Old relationships, old habits, old thinking, they're not easy to part with. But if you truly want a successful life, these sacrifices must be made. Change is never comfortable, but it's always worth it. To begin again, you must also admit that you've failed in the past, and that now you've learned. This acceptance is powerful, because until you recognize your past mistakes, you cannot walk forward into your new life. The most successful people are those who turn their failures into stepping stones, not barriers. It's also important to improve your surroundings. Stay away from people who constantly doubt you, who pull you down. Surround yourself with those who lift you up, who understand your dreams, and who genuinely want to see you move forward. Lastly, know that a new beginning doesn't happen just once. Life keeps giving you chances. If you fall, rise again. If everything ends, begin again. Because true success isn't the kind you get without struggle. It's the kind that comes after falling again and again and still rising with hope. So if you're wondering today, can I start over? My answer is yes, right now, this very moment. Because change begins today, the moment you decide you no longer want to remain who you were. Conclusion: a promise of new beginnings. This book is not just a collection of words. It has been a journey in which you revisited your past, understood your present, and dared to dream about your future. With every chapter, a new window opened, a new door that tried to bring you closer to your true self. And now, as you arrive at the final page, I want you to pause for a moment and ask yourself, am I truly ready to change? Remember, the journey of transformation is never a straight road. It comes with ups and downs, moments of doubt, and obstacles of fear. But the person who realizes that standing still means moving backward, even if they walk slowly, keeps moving forward. And that persistence, those small but sincere decisions, are what build the foundation for lasting success. Through this book, you've learned everything a new beginning requires: belief in yourself, choosing your environment wisely, learning from mistakes, walking through fear, dreaming big, and taking action. Now is the time to take these lessons from the page to your real life. The book may be ending, but your story is far from over. These words may end, but the fire within you, your dreams, your passion, they're still alive. If you've truly read this with your heart, felt every message, and recognized the truth, then you now have everything you need to transform your life. So today, in this very moment, make a promise to yourself, to your life, and to your future. I will not stop. I will not fear. I will change, because I am the author of my own life.